When I heard about Anthony J Thompson, I was hurt, man. Because they first made it seem like another innocent young man got shot. You know what I mean? It's hard to have, feelings in in these type of situations because it's like you always hear this stuff happening, and when you from the hood, you definitely always hear this stuff happening. So it's always something. Like there was a murder in Jersey City today. You know what I mean? Somebody got shot in their head. So it's hard to have sympathy in these situations, man, because when you always hearing this stuff happening, it's like, all right, what could you do? Can't save the world. So, you know what I mean? You figure like another one bites the dust. And you hear that the boy had a gun, then you like, oh, see, there go the youth doing that wild ghetto gangster-ish. But then I heard it happened at school. Now, the first story was like, young man got shot. Second story, mother saying she didn't say that he had a gun or anything like that. You know what I mean? She wished she never said anything, blah, 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 whoop-de-woo. I'm like, yeah, whatever. you meant to do that. Like, cause why would you do something you didn't mean to do? Like, you knew the consequences of that. Like, I hate it when people say they didn't mean to do something they meant to do. Like, you meant to call the police. Nobody is stupid. Alright, maybe it would fool others, but you're not going to do something you didn't mean to do. That's the reality of it. You know what I mean? Unless it was an accident. You can't accidentally call the police. I'm sorry. Like, you can't be like, 911, oops, dialed the wrong number. No, you can't do that. But then I heard it happen at school. So a million questions was rolling through my head. One of them was, first of all, how did the mother find out he had a gun? And second, how did she know that he had a gun in school? And why would he go to school with a gun? Like, it was just a whole bunch of questions, like, just stemming from, like, pure curiosity. I just, like, is there a video? And they had the video. And I was like, wow. Mother didn't want nobody to see it, but it was like the public deserves to know. And I figured the only reason why they did that because they was like 100% sure that he was rightfully killed. Like the officer was in his right to take this young man's life. So I'm like, all right, let me see this video. Now they gonna show the video in these situations regardless, but at the same time, you know what I mean, the way they was presenting it, like, he got what was coming to him. So I'm like, okay, now I really gotta see this video. So I see the video, and I'm like, first of all, why is this man walking to the bathroom with the camera? You mean to tell me there wasn't cameras on already in the bathroom? So we don't know what was being discussed previously before this whole situation escalated. And I seen as this cop passed a black female police officer. So a couple other questions. Why wasn't she in the bathroom? Why was she standing outside being, security? I know it ain't because it's the boys' bathroom, because at the end of the day, this is like a crime scene. Like, not gonna be like, oh, you gotta use the bathroom, let me step out, there's somebody in there with a gun, watch out for him. Like, that's not what's going to happen. So the reality of the situation was just weighing down on me. Then I'm like, okay, I also have a problem with the fact that you mean to tell me there was only a black female police officer available at that time? You mean to tell me she's the only black officer there? Like, in the whole district? Like, it was just crazy. Like, yeah, I knew what y'all was doing. I just sent the KKK signal and was like, oh, we got another one. Because he was marching there like he was the executioner. Like, he was terminated. He turned in, you know what I mean? And he asked the other girl anything, what was going on. It's like he already knew. So he goes in there, and I see 2 police officers surrounding one bathroom stall. And I figured that's where he was at, and that's exactly where he was at. So, you know what I mean? You could barely hear them talking. So with that being said, I'm like, yo, when did it escalate? And then it escalated out of nowhere. Like, tell him to take his hands out of his pockets, and like he stood up and the police like rushed him. Like, okay, like if he has a gun, I understand the rush. One police officer had one arm, the other one had the other, and the police officer with the camera on standing like 1.5 feet away, like 2 feet to 1.5 feet away, shot this boy at point blank range. And then when he fell, said that he had a gun and shot his fellow officer who was on on this child's back. Then they went and dragged the police officer away. And then out of nowhere, I see that this other kid comes out of nowhere during this whole situation and tries to grab the police officer's gun. And then, you know what I mean, I was shocked. I was like, first of all, I never seen a gun. And why would they endanger another child's life? Like, when I heard that the judge wasn't going to press any charges on the police, I was like, first of all, that was pure negligence. Like, that other child wasn't supposed to be there. That's endangering the welfare of a child. They're supposed to have cleared the whole scene. Like, they're not going to sit up there like, yo, we talked to this guy with a gun. Go ahead, finish using the bathroom. Who does it? Like, come on, like, make sense, please. And then it was just weighing heavily on me, like, who was saying what? Because all I heard was my man. Like, my man, who was saying my man? I don't know if it was the boy or the culprit that they shot, the young boy, the young girl that they shot. I was just confused. So I just kept rewinding it. I'm looking for the gun and everything. And then I'm like, yo, this crazy man shot this boy point blank range. They tussling on him. He's bleeding the hell out. Like, I don't know what made you think he was going to be a threat if you shooting him in his anywhere up in here at point blank range. What is he going to do but try to hold the place where his body has a hole in it at? I didn't understand any of that. And then once they had got him, like, down on the ground, and like I still didn't see a gun. Like, when he was shouting he has a gun, I'm looking for the gun he's talking about. Never seen it. How many times I rewind it now? I may need to just keep watching, because I think I might need glasses or something, because I need to see this gun. You never see a gun. Whenever they had a situation where the culprit was caught with a weapon, they always highlighted the weapon. Like Antonio, they showed where he had a gun. They showed where he threw the gun. Same thing with Maya when they killed her. They saw when she had a knife. You seen when she had a knife. Like, everybody, like, you seen when what that boy was doing. You see how little Antonio got shot. You seen what Maya was doing. You seen how she got shot. Did not see the gun on little young world Anthony. Like, I think it was a whole setup. Never seen the gun. Never seen it. I'm sorry. What gun is he talking about? Like, if you see the gun, then okay. But how do we know the police officer didn't pull out a fake gun and plant it on him or anything like that? Because what was mesmerizing to me was that simple fact right there. I never saw the gun. Never seen the gun. Never, not at all. Was confused as to why he got shot. Like, you saying he got shot because somebody said he had a gun. 9 out of 10, he probably didn't have a gun, and y'all trying to let the police get away with murder. So, you know, give y'all KKK like some feel good medicine, you know what I mean, for the loss of old Derek, Javon, whatever. But I'm telling you, I didn't see the gun. Like, the mother, like, y'all need to share this video, get to the mother, tell her to take it higher, because I'm telling you, they didn't do their job. The prosecution didn't do their job at all. They couldn't have, unless you can show in the video where you can visibly see the gun. How do we know he had the gun? Didn't pull it out. Y'all all jumping on top of him like he's squirming, like he's shot. Anybody who's shot is going to try to put themselves in the fetal position, especially if they're shot in the torso. You get shot in your leg, you're going down. You get shot in your arm, you're going down, especially in point blank range. Your body goes through a little shock when certain things happen to you, especially painful, instant things like being shot, even being stabbed. Like, once you realize you stabbed, like, you hold your, like, you, like, I'm like, something ain't right. Something is not right. Share this video. Make it go worldwide. Make it go blockbuster until they figure out, you know what I mean, that they got to do this again. Because you never see the gun. Like, how do we know he had this gun that y'all saying he had? We never seen it. Never seen it on the video or anything. Where did he have the gun at? Where was the other cameras? Where's the other videos? Show proof that he had a gun. Like, people always, like, try to, you know, not let the police put cuffs behind it. Like, there's people out here that do that. Like, the people who have done it, basically. Basically, like, oh, you're not arresting me. I ain't do nothing. I ain't got nothing on. Like, there's no reason for you to be putting your handcuffs on me and stuff like that. Like, where was this boy's gun at? Let's keep it 100%. Let's keep it real. Like, that child shouldn't even been in that whole situation, in that whole equation. They should not have had him there. They shouldn't have shot that boy if they really didn't see no gun. Like, words don't mean nothing. Like, you find a gun on him later, how do we know you ain't finding in his backpack or something? Like, what? Like, where's the footage of you pulling the gun away from young world? Are y'all keeping that evidence away so we can believe what we want? Because at the end of the day, like, when he never pulled it out towards the police, so still, they had no reason to shoot him. Like, he has to be a threat. And if you got one police officer on this side, the other police officer on that side, and I don't even see the police officer's hand, the one that was on the right side, because It's like Young World didn't want to bring his hand out his hoodie. He could have not been trying to bring his hand out his hoodie because he wasn't trying to let them put his hands behind his back. We don't know because we never saw the gun. Like, you shot him at point blank range. He never pointed the gun at anybody to kill anybody. So why was he shot? Like, if that boy wanted to really go out like that, he'd have been shooting already. It'd have been a shootout as soon as the police got there. He was sitting on the toilet. He wasn't trying to shoot nobody or nothing. As soon as he stood up, that's when the police started scuffling with him, and then he got shot. It was a setup. It was a big setup, and the world needs to know this. Cause you're not finna tell me that boy had a gun I couldn't see. He was about to shoot them with an invisible gun. I didn't even know they sold them things. I need one of those things. If they got them for sale, an invisible gun, one that you can't see.